Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Spokane Steve here with another game of Strat-O-Matic baseball. How's everybody doing today? I tell you what, we've got a barn burner here, don't we? The 10-17 Cincinnati Reds at the 7-16 New York Mets. Well, who knows? Anything can happen. This could turn out to be a hell of a game for all we know. Let me refresh this here. I got a last-minute phone call right as I was trying to set up the stream. Greetings to Ben and Franklin. Oh yeah, Ben, I had some car issues myself today. Gonna have to look into that a little bit later, I'm afraid. Okay, let's get to the starting pitchers for today's game. Jim Maloney, right-hander for the Reds. Good card. The results have not been stellar. In 4 starts, he's 1-3 with a 5.88 ERA. 26 innings of work, 23 hits, 36 strikeouts, so those numbers are fine. Walked 13. Yeah, the peripheral numbers are good. He has 1 complete game, so not quite sure why the ERA is so high. Just bad luck, I guess. And a shout out to Kelly. Welcome, Kelly. Tug McGraw, the lefty for New York. And so-so card. Let's take a look at the cards. We'll look up McGraw's replay statistics. McGraw's made 4 starts, 1 relief appearance. He's 1-2 with a 4.62 in 25 innings. Okay, Mookie, you cannot be on the computer, man. Oh my God. He almost took out the laptop. Jumped on the laptop and then propelled himself to the cat tree. Holy crap, he's out of control today. Oh my goodness, sorry about that. And welcome to Greg. Greg's giving 5 runs. Okay. Sportsbook is open. Well, let's have some fun with this one anyway, huh? Obviously not going to make a big impact on the standings, but it could be a fun game. So let's get you that Cincinnati lineup, and we'll get this one going here. Perfect Tuesday here in Spokane, 76 and sunny. For the Reds, Tommy Helms will lead off at third base. Pete Rose at second base in the 2 spot. Vada Pinson in right hits third. Don Pavletic at first base today. Still no Tony Perez. Darren Johnson in left hits 5th. Leo Cardenas, the shortstop, bats 6th. Tommy Harper is in center field, hitting 7th. Johnny Edwards will do the catching and bat 8th, and Maloney, the pitcher, hitting 9th. And a shout out to Mike there who's joined us. Welcome, Mike. Defensively, the Mets will have Stevenson behind the plate, Cranepool at first, Hunt and McMillan up the middle with Eddie Brissou at third, and the outfield left to right of Swoboda, Cleon Jones, and Lewis. Boy, Johnny Lewis was a good ball player. I'll tell you what, that's one thing I've learned from this replay. Going into this thing, I didn't know anything about Johnny Lewis. Pretty good left-handed hitter, good outfielder, -3 arm. Nothing wrong with that. And we're ready to get underway here. McGraw's ready to roll, and Tommy Helms steps in to open the game. Helms leading the club in batting at .282. 2 home runs, 15 RBIs. McGraw stares in and deals to the right-hander. 6-7, it's a base hit up the middle, and Tommy Helms starts things off with a bang here with a leadoff single. Helms not a threat to steal, and that'll bring up Pete Rose. I was going to say Rose the Hall of Famer. Oh, a little slip of the tongue there. Well, he should be, right? Rose comes in hitting 255, 2 homers, just 7 RBIs. Switch hitter will hit right-handed against Tug. McGraw checks the runner, now from the stretch. Pitch to Rose is a 4-8. That is ripped into center field. That's going to roll to the wall for extra bases. It's a double. Helms can try to score on that. 1-13. Cleon Jones with a -1 arm, 12, and with nobody out, they're going to slam the brakes on. Oh my goodness, Helms was a third of the way up the line, and third base coach waving at him. Stop, stop. And Cincinnati comes out swinging. Second and third, nobody out, and here's Vada Pinson. Pinson batting .248, 3 home runs, a team-leading 16 RBIs. Early in the game, we'll play the infield back. McGraw checks the runners now. Here's the pitch to Pinson. That's going to be a 1-10. Grounder to short. McMillan, that's going to score a run. Fairly certain. Let me double check that on the super advanced ground ball chart. Second and third B, that's result 5. If hit up the middle, runners advance 1 base. Let's look at that again. 110, grounder to first base B. So Cranepool to his right, smothers it. His only play is to McGraw covering. Helms comes in to score, and Rose takes third. 1-0 Cincinnati. That's an RBI for Pinson. Here's Don Pavletic now. Normally the catcher playing first base today, hitting just .217. A pair of homers, 4 RBIs. McGraw gets inside. There's the pitch. That's a 3-10. That's a grounder to second, and another run's going to come in. Ground ball to Hunt. Rose coming to the plate. Hunt thinks about it, but takes the sure out at first to Cranepool. And it's 2-0 Reds. In both cases there, the infield in would have helped. You know, I feel kind of bad about that. I don't bring the infield in the first inning. The goal there to stay away from the big inning. Didn't work out well for the Mets this time. And here's Darren Johnson. Johnson hitting .229. A team leading 5 home runs, 13 RBIs. He comes in there with a 5-9, grounder down to third base. Brassou has it, throws him out, and the side is retired. Cincinnati picks up 2 runs on 2 hits, nobody left. At the end of half an inning, Cincinnati 2, New York coming to bat. And Maloney getting tuned up now. Let's give you the Mets lineup. Ron Hunt, Mr. Hit by Pitch, will lead it off and play second. Eddie Brassou at third, bats second. Johnny Lewis in right in the 3 spot. Cleon Jones in center in the cleanup spot. Ed Cranepool, the first baseman, hits 5th. John Stevenson will do the catching and bats 6th. Ron Swoboda is in left field in the 7 spot. Roy McMillan at short bats 8th, with McGraw, the pitcher, batting 9th. The Reds defensively have Edwards catching. Pavletic at first, Rose and Cardenas up the middle, Tommy Helms down at third. The outfield left to right of Johnson, Harper, and Pinson. So here's Ron Hunt now. Maloney ready to go. Hunt leads the club in batting at .317. No homers, 4 RBIs, 9 runs scored. Maloney into the windup. Here's the first pitch, 5-4, right-handed. His catcher's card X, that's going to be Edwards, a 2E4. Fine catcher, Johnny Edwards. Somewhat underappreciated, I would say, in his day. And here's the play. That's going to be a 19, a foul out to the catcher, 1 down. So foul out to the catcher X. That's one away. And Eddie Brasseau will be the hitter. Brasseau's played all over the infield so far this season. He's batting .229, just 8 for 35. 1 double, 1 triple, and 1 home run and 3 RBIs. Is that symmetrical or what? Maloney into the windup. The pitch to Eddie is a 2-12. Struck him out. We ignore the injuries, of course. Using the as-played lineups, they kind of take care of themselves. And here's Johnny Lewis now. We spoke about Lewis a little earlier. Off to a rough start, however. 8 for 46. That's just 174, and he does not have a home run yet, despite pretty solid power against righties. Don't want him facing a lefty, however. Maloney, a right-hander, goes into the windup. Comes in there on a 3-9, swung on and missed, strike 3. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Maloney, and he announces his presence with authority, fanning 2. After 1 inning of play, Reds 2 and Mets nothing. I'll tell you, Greg, your wager's looking pretty good at the moment. Okay, here's McGraw now. Moving to the second inning, Leo Cardenas will start it off for Cincinnati. Leo hitting .229, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs. McGraw into the windup. The pitch to Cardenas is a 6-8, and he loses in ball 4. Cardenas aboard, he's a star 16. Let's check the battery now. McGraw with a fine hold, -3. Stevenson a +1 arm. Combination -2 would make Cardenas a 14, and they're going to hold him on and make him a 12. Mets trying to keep it close now. Here's Harper. Tommy Harper, with what would appear to be a very good card, just cannot get it going this season. Are you ready for this? Harper is 8 for 74. That's a 108 average. No home runs. No RBIs. Okay, let's look at this. I know I do this a lot, but I'm just stymied by this. He hit .278, played regularly, 349 on base, 363 slugging, and he's done nothing. Oh, that's great. McGraw checks the runner. Here's the pitch to Harper. It's a 5-4 right-handed, and he loses in ball 4. So back-to-back walks to open up the second. McGraw struggling with his control here. And here's Edwards. Left-handed hitting catcher. Johnny Edwards is hitting .245 on the season with a pair of home runs and 7 RBIs. McGraw checks the runners now, left on left. Here's the pitch to Edwards. That's going to be a 3-5. Struck him out. Scroogey. Edwards swings right over the top, and there's one down. That'll bring up Maloney. Maloney, a right-handed pitcher, but a left-handed hitter, 3W. McGraw, just the opposite. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. So Maloney standing in from the left side, left on left. Here's the pitch from Tug. It's a 6-3. It's a base hit into center for Maloney. Cardenas can try to score on that. He's a 14. Jones a -1, 13. With only 1 out, they're going to put the brakes on, and they will have the bases loaded with 1 out. And the top of the order coming up. So Maloney helps himself out there with a base hit. That was a huge at-bat right there in this ball game. You know, you kind of assume that the pitcher on the mound is going to retire the pitcher at the plate. Then you've got first and second 2 down. Instead, it's bases loaded, only 1 out. And here's Helms with Rose on deck. Infield at double play depth. McGraw trying to get a ground ball here. He's set now. He comes in there with a 3-7 left-handed, and he sure does. It's a grounder to short. That's going to be 2. It's McMillan to Hunt to Kranepool, and McGraw wiggles out of it on the 6-4-3 double play. No runs, a hit, and they leave the bases loaded. Oh my God, how big is that? That keeps him in the ball game as we go to the bottom of the second. Cleon Jones will start it off for New York. He's hitting .299 on the season. No home runs, 5 RBIs. Maloney gets the sign from Edwards now. Here's the pitch. It's a 6-8 right-handed, and he walks him. Leadoff walk to Cleon. Cleon Jones, a star 15. It's time to check the Reds battery. Maloney, a +2 hold. And the catcher, Edwards, a 0. So that would make Jones a 17. Held on, he's a 50, and he will be held on. And with Kranepool at bat, takes his lead. Kranepool on the season, .227, 2 homers, 9 RBIs. Jones is rolling for the lead. 2-7, he's got it. 1-15, the pitch to Kranepool. There goes Cleon. The throw by Edwards, and by the skin of his teeth on a 15, he's in there. Oh man, that was close. But Jones gets the steal. For Cleon Jones, that's his 4th stolen base of the season. Here's the next pitch to Kranepool now. 6-6 lefty, single to 7 on a 1. That is knocked down at second by Rose, but he has no play. Jones will stop at third, and the Mets have him cornered here with nobody out. Kranepool not a threat to run. And that'll bring up John Stevenson, the left-handed hitting catcher. Stevenson just 5 for 28 on the season, does not have an RBI. Infield at double play depth. They'll give up an out. They'll give up a run for an out. Maloney set now from the stretch. The pitch to Stevenson is a 1-2. It's a high fly ball to deep right field. Going back is Pinson. It's way back and gone. John Stevenson with a 3-run homer. Oh my goodness. And the Mets take the lead. Let's take another look at that one on a 1-2. Stevenson with his first home run and his first 3 RBIs of the season. And just like that, high fives all around for John Stevenson. His first home run of the year and his first 3 RBIs. The drought is over for John Stevenson. And welcome to Perry. Glad you could join us, Perry. And there's Mike. I miss seeing Mike come in. Hi, Mike. 3-2 Mets now. Still nobody out. Here's Swoboda. Swoboda hitting .216, no homers, 7 RBIs. Maloney set now. The pitch, a 4-11 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. Third strikeout for Maloney. That'll bring up Roy McMillan, Mr. Shortstop himself, hitting just .222 so far. He does have a home run and 7 RBIs. The pitch from Maloney, 6-7, and he walks him. 6-7 righty. Second walk of the inning issued by Maloney. And that'll bring up the pitcher McGraw. McGraw hitting right-handed as previously mentioned, a 3W. Let's see what his bunting rating is. He's a B. And you've got Hunt on deck. He's going to lay it down. It's a 4 on a B, and would you look at that? He lays down a successful sacrifice bunt, moving the runner along. Sacrifice bunt for McGraw. That puts McMillan in scoring position with 2 down for Ron Hunt. 3-2 Mets, 2 outs here in the second. Hunt 0 for 1 in this one. Maloney staring in now. Here's the pitch to Ron Hunt. It's going to be a 5-7 right-handed. That's a double to 8, and look at that. It is an 8. Rolls to the wall. Harper chasing it down. Here comes McMillan to score. Hunt in with an RBI double. And the sacrifice bunt pays off. It's 4-2 Mets. And here's Eddie Brasseau. Brasseau struck out in the first. Maloney trying to close the door on this inning now. Here's the pitch to Brasseau. That's going to be a 4-7. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So 4 Ks for Maloney. Yet he's looked anything but sharp. 4 runs in the inning on 3 hits, and they leave 1. We've played 2 innings. It's Mets 4, Reds 2. Tug McGraw getting ready to go in the third. McGraw rated 5 for endurance. So we're not expecting Tug to go deep into this game by any stretch. The Reds will have Rose, Pinson, and Pavletic here in the third. Rose doubled his first time up, batting right-handed. McGraw gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Rose. It's a 3-2. Foul ball, left side. Brasseau there. And there's 1 away. That'll bring up Pinson. Pinson 0 for 1. Left on left as McGraw sets the wind-up, the pitch, a 2-4 fly ball to left field and playable for Swoboda. Yeah, there's 2 down quickly here in the third. So McGraw settling down now as Pavletic comes to the plate. Don 0 for 1. McGraw into the windup. Screwball 6-11. It's a little comebacker, a grounder to the pitcher X. McGraw a 3-0. Here's the play. On a 15, he makes the play. 1-2-3 inning for McGraw. That'll go 1-3X. Side retired. Okay, McGraw settled down. Let's see if Maloney can do the same. It'll be the heart of the order for New York. Lewis, Jones, and Cranepool in the bottom of the inning. That's right, Franklin. Yeah, thank you for that. In 10 years, they'll be teammates. Wait, is that right? No, that's not right. Is it? 76? McGraw was on the Reds? I remember him on, they were teammates on the Phillies. Let me see what this is. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that. Something popped up on the screen. Windows wants access to make changes to my computer. No, I don't want any changes. Like most grumpy old men, I do not like change. Although I've gotten over getting all bent by the Windows updates. The ones that are automatic that you cannot avoid, that is. Here's Lewis. He struck out his first time against Maloney. Left-handed batter. Maloney into the windup now. On a 2-4, he loses in ball 4. Third walk issued by Maloney, and it leads off the third. And here's Cleon Jones. Jones walked in the second, stole second, came around to score. Maloney out of the stretch. pitch to Cleons, a 3-5. That's a triple to 2 on a 20. It's a 2-star single. Lewis rounds and scoots into third, and here come the Mets. Runners at the corners, nobody out. So Maloney, again, not pitching up to his card at all. It's been a rough start for Jim Maloney. And here's Ed Kranepool, who singled his first time up. '80 World Series, right, Perry? No, 79. No, that's not right. 79, Pittsburgh won. That one I remember. I actually won some money on that one. And I'm usually on the losing end of those kind of bets. That's why I don't do it anymore. How are we going to play it now? It's 4-2. Runners at the corners. They're going to go at double play depth. Or are they? Let's check Kranepool. Looks like he only has 6 ground ball A's. They're going to pull the infield in. Infield in, Kranepool at bat. Here's the pitch from Maloney. It's a 3-10 right-handed. It's a grounder to the pitcher B, and boy, did that ever pay off. Lead runner is out. Maloney grabs it, fires home to Edwards. And it's a force play. Heads up play there by Maloney. It's a 1-2 force. Lewis is out at the plate. Jones it's to second. Kranepool to first, and that was a big out. Here's Stevenson now. Stevenson lit up the scoreboard with his first home run of the season, his last time up, driving in 3. First and second, one away. Maloney still with a stretch. Comes in there with a 1-4. It's a high fly ball to right field. Homer 1-3. Backing up is Pinson. On the track, makes the catch. Jones can tag up on that. He's got speed. 16-18 to right. Pinson -2. 16. He can only be out on a 20. He's going to tag and take third on the play. So Stevenson gives it a ride, excites the fans a little bit, but they saw that one with their hearts rather than their eyes. And welcome to Frank and Trent. Glad to have you guys. It's been a weird day. Kind of good to get into Strat-O-Matic here. Take my mind off of other crap, you know what I mean? First and third, 2 down. Here's Swoboda. He struck out the first time against Maloney. Maloney trying to get it together here from the stretch. Pitch to Swoboda's a 1-8, swung on and missed. Strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Maloney. He wiggles out of it. No runs a hit, 2 men left. And through 3, it's still 4-2. Yeah, Mookie. Mookie's where do you think he is? You missed it though, Frank. He leaped on one of the laptops here at the start of the game, catapulted off of it onto the cat tree, and if I hadn't grabbed the laptop, it could have been bad business. Yes, indeed, the high tower. Moving along to the 4th, Tug McGraw's ready to go. DJ, Darren Johnson will lead it off for the Reds. Johnson 0 for 1. McGraw into the windup now. Here's the pitch. That's a 6-8 right-handed, and he walks him. Third walk issued by Tug. Johnson's aboard. And here's Leo Cardenas. He walked his first time up. 4-2. Cardenas will swing away. McGraw working out of the stretch. comes set and comes in there with a 112 left-handed, ball 4. Back-to-back walks to start off the 4th, and the tying runs are aboard. McGraw, as previously mentioned, a 5-rated starter for endurance, that is. And here's Tommy Harper, walked his first time up. I should have mentioned this pregame, but the Mets bullpen is really taxed for this game. We have 3 carded players available: Selma, Ryband, and Sutherland. The leaned-on heavy and overused Bernarth is scheduled for a start, so he's unavailable today. We may have to go to the uncarded Gordy Richardson or Dave Eilers, just out of necessity, depending on how the game plays out, and McGraw does not figure to go deep. So, early on, it's going to be Dick Selma getting loose, the right-hander. And here's Tommy Harper. McGraw checks the runners. Now from the stretch to Harper. It's a 5-8 grounder to second base X. That could be 2. It's Hunt. Tough play for Ron. A 3-E28 as he ranges behind the bag. And here's the roll on the play. It's the error range. The roll is a 6 on an E28, and Hunt boots it, and the bases are loaded. Oh my goodness, what a bad break there for the Mets. E4 loads him up. Only thing in McGraw's favor here is Edwards is up, followed by the pitcher. Johnny Edwards struck out his first time. Infield at double play depth now. McGraw set. Here's the pitch to Edwards. It's a 3-5. He struck him out. For the second time, Edwards goes down swinging. That's a big out as that puts the pitcher up there, although Maloney singled his first time up. He's batting left-handed. Infield back. McGraw trying to wiggle out of it. The Reds loaded the bases with nobody out. Now there's 1 away. And here's the pitch from McGraw on a 5-7. He walks the pitcher to force in a run. The 3rd walk of the inning. Oh my, and here comes Westrom. Westrom's taking his time. Finally, home plate umpire Mel Steiner starts out there, and Westrom motions the right hand. He wants Selma. So an early exit for McGraw. Three and a third today. Dick Selma, the righty, coming on. 3 hits, 5 walks. That was the problem. He couldn't find the plate today. Struck out a pair. And here's Selma. Selma on the season has worked in 6 games, 2 of them starts. He's 1-1 with a 7.04 ERA. As I said, the Mets bullpen a little short-handed for this one. And here's Tommy Helms. Bases loaded, 1 down. Selma ready to go to work now. Full windup, and here's the pitch to Helms on a 2-9. He hits a ground ball to short. McMillan to Hunt for 1 to Kranepool, double play. So Selma comes in and induces a worm killer. Oh my God, what a huge play that was. The Reds have to settle for 1. Bases loaded, nobody out. That's what I call getting off cheap. So Westrom, at the moment anyway, looks like a genius here. And the Mets will come to bat in the bottom of the fourth, holding on to a 4-3 lead. Roy McMillan will lead things off. He walked and came around to score in the second. Maloney getting the sign. It's a 110 right-handed. It's a foul ball behind the plate. Routine for Edwards. Waiting for it to come down and puts it away for out number one. We're going to have to get some distance out of Selma today. Early in the game with a short-handed pin, Selma's going to have to hit. He's a 1W, a right-handed hitter. It's a 1-9 swung on and missed, strike three. That'll bring up Hunt, 1 for 2 today. RBI double his last time up. Maloney gets the sign from Edwards. On a 2-6, it's a comebacker. Maloney has it, takes a couple of steps towards first and tosses it to Pavletic to retire the side. So a 1-2-3 inning for Maloney. We've played 4. It's Mets 4, Reds 3. Yes, sir, Frank, another tight one. And I agree. No, I don't think 4 will be enough. Selma rated 4 for relief endurance, and the Mets are going to have to try to get some length out of Selma today. They've got Rybant for the save. Other than that, you've got Darryl Sutherland and a couple of uncarded guys. Rybant, a 3-rated reliever. He could pitch the last 2 innings, possibly even 3 if required. I'm trying to think ahead to how to manage this short-handed Mets pen today. It was tight until the end. Killebrew blew it open. Pete Rose will lead it off here in the 5th inning. Pete's 1 for 2 today. He'll turn around and bat lefty against Selma. Selma gets the sign from Stevenson. Comes in there with a 1-8 right-handed. That's a base hit. Hard hit ground ball, rolls right through the middle and into center field for a leadoff single. Tying run aboard. Rose not a threat to steal. Good base runner as always. Here's Pinson now. Pinson 0 for 2. Selma throw over to first. Rose back to the bag. Now Selma's set from the stretch. 5-7 left-handed. It's a grounder to second base. This could be 2. It's Hunt to McMillan to Cranepool. Double play. Holy cow, that's the 3rd double play turned by the Mets infield so far in this one. Second by Selma. Selma's worked 1 1/3 innings now. He's faced 3 batters, given up a single, and recorded 4 outs. Not bad. Here's Pavletic. 2 out, nobody on. The windup and the pitch is a 4-5, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Selma really looking good today. And it's still 4-3 as we move to the bottom of the inning. Maloney, a 7-rated starter. We're only in the 4th. Eddie Brassu will start it off for the Mets. He struck out twice today. Maloney gets the sign from Edwards now. Here's the pitch. It's a 3-7 right-handed. It's a lazy fly ball into center. Harper's right there. And he'll take it for the first out. Here's Johnny Lewis now. Lewis walked and struck out. Lewis trying to get it going this season. It's been a struggle for Johnny so far. Left-handed batter. Maloney into the windup. That's going to be a 4-12 left-hander. It's a little slow roller to second. Rose charging it on the run to Pavletic. And quickly there's 2 down. So Maloney appears to have settled down here. And Cleon Jones will be the hitter. Jones walked and singled so far. Right-handed batter, Maloney into the windup. It's a 2-7 base hit up the middle for Cleon, and he's been aboard all 3 times today. Star 15 Steeler. Let's recheck the battery now. It's a +2 Maloney. Edwards a 0. It's a 17. He'll be held on, making him a 15. Crane Pool up. He's going to try for that lead. He's stolen 1 base already. 2-7. He's got it. Here's the throw. 1-15. He is in there. Cleon Jones with his 2nd steal of the day. Cleon in scoring position. Here's the next pitch to Ed Cranepool. On a 2-9, he rips a single into right field. Here comes Jones rounding third. He will score, and it's 5-3 New York. Cranepool comes up with a clutch 2-out RBI single to make it 5-3. The stolen base pays off again. That's twice now Jones has stolen second and come around to score. And the batter will be Stevenson. Stevenson with the big blow in the game, of course. The 3-run home run in the second. He's 1 for 2. Maloney set now from the stretch. 5-10 lefty is a grounder to third base X. That'll be Helms. Helms a good third baseman. 2E19. Here's the play on a 15. Ranges to his left. Nice stop to his feet and throws him out to retire the side. 5-3X. Nice play, Tommy Helms, to end the inning. The Mets tack on a run on 2 hits and leave a man. After 5, it is 5-3 New York. Yes, that's a good point, Frank. Yeah, the Mets need more Cleons. Isn't that what William Shatner once said? Oh no, that was Klingons. Okay, to the 6th we go. Here's Darren Johnson to start it off. DJ 0 for 1 with a walk. Selma into the windup. Here's the pitch to Johnson. It's a 1-2 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to left field. Way up there. Backing up Swoboda. Just shy of the track, waiting for it to come down, and he squeezes it for the first out. So a hard hit ball by DJ. He got under it just a tad. Yeah, I know. I knew it as soon as I said it, Mike. Sorry about that. Here's Cardenas. He's walked both times up today. Selma into the windup. It's going to be a 4-2 right-handed, a fly ball into left, playable for Swoboda. Ranging to his right, and makes the catch, and quickly there's 2 down in the 6th. Selma doing a fine job today. Tommy Harper, 0 for 1 with a walk. Selma into the windup. Here's the pitch to Harper. It's a 6-9 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. And oh my goodness, what a performance from Dick Selma today. Selma was having a rough start to his season. Came into the game with an ERA just north of 7. And he has shut down the Reds completely here for 2 2/3. That'll probably be it for him, as he's due to bat third here in the 6th. although he's a 4 rated reliever, he could go another inning. They do lead by 2. What do you guys think? Well, we got some time before he comes up. Pinch hit for Selma or let him throw another inning? I'm inclined to let him throw another inning. For the Mets, Swoboda, McMillan in the pitcher's spot here in the bottom of the 6th. They lead it by 2. Here's Maloney. Maloney struck out Swoboda twice. He comes in with a 4-11 right hand, and it's a ground ball into the hole. Cardenas is there. Long throw in time. 1 down. Here's McMillan, the shortstop, 0 for 1 with a walk. Maloney set now. Here's the pitch. It's a 2-7 right-handed. Struck him out. So Maloney racking up the K's today, but he's on the short end of it here. That's 4, 5, 6. That's 7 strikeouts for Maloney. And here comes Selma. They're going to leave him in. He gets a big round of applause from the crowd as he steps to the plate. Yeah, the Mets would like to hand this from Selma directly off to Ryvant, frankly. Anything else is, you're playing with fire. So here's Selma. Maloney delivers a 2-7, swung on and missed strike 3. That's 8 Ks for Maloney. And he'll end the day with 8 as he's due to bat second in the 7th inning. 1-2-3 inning. We're through 6 in a 5-3 ball game. Most of the scoring early in this one. And for the 7th inning stretch, we'll have a little Mookie watch. Kind of becoming a thing, isn't it? Yeah, I would agree with the short leash part. It's Edwards, a pinch hitter, and then back to the top of the order. Edwards has struck out both times today. That was against Tug McGraw, however. Now facing a right-hander. Selma set. Here's the pitch to Edwards on a 4-3 lefty. It's a grounder to third base X. That's Pursue. Hold your breath on this one. A 4-E27 to the line. On a 17, he makes a fine stop to his feet and throws him out. Oh my God, what a play by Eddie Pursue. 5-3X, and now we'll have a batter for Maloney. Six innings for Maloney today. Most of the damage done, all the damage done, well no, most of the damage done in the second. Make up your mind, Steve. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 hits. 5 runs. He walked 3 and fanned 8. Left right-handers coming up. Don Notabart gets loose in the red pen. And why not? The batter is going to be Art Shamsky. Shamsky with good pop against right-handers, as you can see. What's he done in the replay? Not much, frankly. He's 6 for 37. 2 of those 6 hits are home runs, however, and he has 5 RBIs. Left-handed hitter. Selma into the windup. He comes in there with a 1-6. It's a high fly ball to right field. The wind's going to hold that one up. That's going to stay in the park. Lewis, pressed against the fence, makes the catch. Oh my goodness. Did that ever give the crowd a scare? Shamsky lofted one. A high fly ball, but a little too high, as they said in Major League, right? Too high. What do you mean too high? And there's 2 out. Here's Helms now. Selma 1 out into his first endurance inning as he comes set. The pitch to Helms is a 3-7. Lazy fly ball to left. There's Ron Swoboda under it. And what a day for Dick Selma. 1-2-3 go the Reds in the 7th. Notabart will be coming on as we stretch for the 7th. Let's check in on our mascot. And he's on top. He's in the catbird seat, so to speak. There he is. Stand up here for a better view. Hey, Mookie, you sleeping? Oh yeah, he's out like a light. Just look at that tail. Just a little over 4 months old. And I'll tell you, he's been a great little companion. He even went to the beach once. Most of you know that already, of course. And the videos, a few videos of that on my channel. Yesterday, he met my mom's dog and actually let the dog lick him. He was not totally thrilled with it. But you know, it's good to socialize him. As we move to the bottom of the 7th, Don Notabart will take over the pitching for the Reds. He's been in 13 games this year, 0-1 with a save and a 7.02 ERA in 16 innings of work. It'll be the top of the order for the Mets. Leash is slow but steady. Sometimes he wants to walk, sometimes he doesn't. About what you would expect, in other words. Here's Ron Hunt to lead it off. Mets up 5-3. Hunt 1 for 3 today. Notabart, the right-hander, winds and deals. Here's the pitch to Hunt. It's a 5-2 right-handed. It's a fly ball to left. Johnson to his right. And he makes the catch for the out. Here's Brassou now. He's 0 for 3 in this one. Struck out twice. Notabart, the windup, the pitch. 2-6 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And it's the hat trick for Eddie Brassou. Third strikeout of the day for Eddie. In fact, Ken Boyer's stretching on the sidelines. He's probably going to come in for defense for Eddie in the top of the 8th. So here's Lewis now. 2 down, nobody on. Notabart into the windup. 6-11 left-handed, little slow roller wide of second. Rose smothers it, throws to Pavletic, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Don Notabart. We go to the 8th in a 5-3 ball game. Checking the Mets defense, Brassou's going to depart. Ken Boyer will take over at third. He's a 2E26. Let's check the rest here. The rest looks pretty good. I don't usually mess with the catchers. Okay, we're set. And the Mets are going to go to the pen now and bring in Rybant. Try to get a 2-inning save out of Rybant. Selma worked 3 2/3. What a performance. 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts, 2 double plays. The 3 runs charged to Tug McGraw. Rybant, 3 saves in real life. He's been the man for this Met team so far in the replay. He's been in 10 games, one of them a start, 0-2 with 4 saves and a 1.86 ERA. 19 innings of work. He's going to be looking at Rose, Pinson, and Pavletic in the 8th. 5-3 Mets. Okay, Rybant ready to go now. Here's Rose, 2 for 3 on the day. Rybant set into the windup. The pitch to Rose. It's a 4-7 left-handed. It's a double to 7. That's down for a base hit on a 17. And Rose is aboard with his 3rd hit of the afternoon. That'll bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Vada Pinson, probably the Reds' best player. Oh, yeah. Pinson's 0 for 3 in this one. Rybant checks the runner at first. Now from the stretch, the pitch to Vada Pinson is a 1-5. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. High fastball. Pinson just under it. And he's retired on strikes. And here's Pavletic now. Pavletic 0 for 3 today. And there's Kurt Miller. Just in time with a fun factoid. Pavletic is Croatian. I did not know that. Thank you, Kurt. Rybant out of the stretch again. Pitch to Pavletic. That's a 3-9. Grounder to second base. Hunt smothers it. His only play is to first. And Rose takes second. Leading by 2, they'll give up a base for an out all day long. And it's up to DJ. Darren Johnson 0 for 2 with a walk. He's the tying run at the plate. Rybant comes set now into the windup. It's a 3-6 lazy fly ball to left field. Can of corn for Swoboda. And the side is retired. No runs a hit, 1 left. So all in all, I have to say this turned out to be a really fun game against the 2 bottom teams in the National League. You just never know. Oh, sure, it's not going to upset the standings or anything, but it was a good ball game. Here's Cleon now. Cleon has not been retired today. Singled twice and walked. He has 2 stolen bases. Notabart gets the sign from Edwards. Here's the pitch now on a 4-8. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Strikeout number 2 for Notabart. And Ed Cranepool will be the hitter. Ed's 2 for 3 today. Notabart set. The windup. The pitch, 2-6, single into right field. Cranepool with his 3rd hit of the day. And that'll bring up Stevenson, the catcher. Stevenson 1 for 3, a 3-run blast. Not a Bart staring in from the stretch. Pitch to Stevenson. That's a 6-3 left-handed base hit into right field. Open single. Cranepool could go to third. With the arm of Pinson and a 1 through 10 runner, they'll play it safe and slam the brakes on there at second. Not a Bart rated 3 for relief endurance, so that's not an issue here. The Reds would prefer to not have to use another pitcher. But Jack Balshin has taken the jacket off and begins warming just in case. So here's Ron Swoboda, 0 for 3 now. First and second, runners take their lead. Not a Bart out of the stretch. That's a 2-4 right-handed. It's a hard hit comebackers. Not a Bart spears it down to Cardenas for 1, to Pavletic double play. Holy cow, let's take another look at that. Right in the middle of a hit by pitch and a triple single there, we got a grounder to the pitcher. A double play, end of inning. No runs, 2 hits, a man left. We're going to the 9th inning. The Mets lead by 2. Yes, sir. Fasten your seatbelts, folks. Rybant trying to notch his 5th save of the season. That's saying something, as the Mets only have 7 wins. Cardenas, Harper, and Edwards for Cincinnati. Before I roll them, I just want to thank everybody again for watching. I do appreciate it. What a great group of guys. Hit that like button for me on the way out. That always helps. And if you haven't subscribed, well, I can't imagine that, but you know, shameless plug. Okay, here's Cardenas. He's walked twice in this one, 0 for 1. Rybant gets the sign from Stevenson. Here's the pitch to Leo. It's a 6-7 right-handed ground ball up the middle. Cut off there by McMillan. Turns and fires to Cranepool. 1 down. Here's Harper now. 0 for 2 with a walk. Rybant into the one. Pitch to Harper. It's a 3-9 right-handed. Struck him out. And the Reds are down to their last out. Second strikeout for Rybant. It'll be Johnny Edwards, the left-handed hitting catcher. Johnny 0 for 3 today. Crowd on its feet. Rybant staring in. Here's the pitch to Edwards. It's a 4-8 single on a 1. Speared by a leaping Cranepool, and that's the ball game. Mets win it 5-3. I'll have the totals for you just a moment. Yeah, Greg, I would have bet with you, honestly. You never, excuse me, you never know. So Selma picks up the win. He improves to 2-1. Rybant with his 5th save. 2 innings for Dennis, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 2 Ks. Not a Bart worked 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 2 Ks. Maloney takes the loss. He drops to 1-4. Really a surprisingly disappointing season so far for Maloney, who has a very nice card. Totals on the ball game for the Mets in the win. They get 5 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. The Reds 3 runs, just 5 hits, no errors. Players of the game. Yeah, I'd go along with that, Frank. Selman has not only pitched great, but it was magnified by the fact that the Mets really needed it with a shorthanded pen today. And Stevenson, of course, 2 for 4 with the big blow in the game. The 3-run home run in the second that gave the team the lead that they never surrendered. Looking ahead on the schedule now, tomorrow's game will feature the St. Louis Cardinals at the Philadelphia Phillies. Curt Simmons for the Cardinals, Chris Short for the Phillies. So join me at the usual time, of course, 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. What is tomorrow? Wednesday. Yes, sirree. Hope to see you there. In the meantime, thanks again for hanging out with me. And Mookie. Spokane Steve wishing you all a very pleasant good evening. Take care, guys. So long.